and welcome back to the studio. So I can't wait to show you what we're going to be doing today. So when I put the poll out on Tuesday asking you, hey, what would you like to see? Table runner, small floral arrangement, or even a light swag that would go around your porch, or coach lights out on the side of your house. You guys voted first for the table runner, which we did on Tuesday. So if you haven't seen that, you can hop over to my YouTube page or to this page, just drop it down. I usually pin all my most recent tutorials at the top so they're easier for you to find. But again, you can also go to YouTube. Same thing, they put them in the order that they're recorded. And my YouTube, what do you call it? The shop name is under Kats Creations Race. So today we're going to do the small floral arrangement. So it's going to look something similar to this. And so this is what I made for my home last year. So what I didn't realize is that I need another one to go in our house today. So I'm going to make that. I'll go over all the materials with you and show you how super simple that is. So if you want to keep this tutorial where it's handy for you to find, just click the share button down below. This shares it to your Facebook page. So much easier to find. And that's how I kept all my tutorials that I liked, where they were super easy to find once I got all my supplies. And you'll be impressed by where we get all our supplies today. So also like and follow if you guys can. That's how you get notified, as long as you have your device on at the time we go live. If you like and follow the page. Now remember, the follow button is hidden, so it's next to those three little dots next to the like button. If you open that up, it gives you a drop down menu and allows you to follow the page. Both of those required in order for you to receive notifications. YouTube subscribers, a little bit different because you're catching these replays from a Facebook Live. So if you ever want to be present on those Facebook Lives, it is Tuesday at 4 p.m. Pacific and Thursday at 11 p.m. Pacific. And then you can do the math with your respective time frames. But what you can do to make sure you don't miss any of those tutorials is make sure you subscribe. And that's either through the button or the bell on the upper right-hand corner. Let me go ahead and pull up your comments so that I can actually see you. Hi, everyone. Get my comments here. Hi, Peggy. Welcome. I'm going to go ahead and type in the information. Oops. .com. Where's the dot? Always make sure that I spell it correctly. Okay. I'm going to pin that. There we go. It just takes a little bit of time. So I have pinned my website down below. So if you're looking for free tutorials or a way to reach out to me, that is going to be your best option. It's also where you can sign up for the email list, the Wreath of the Month group, and my private group group. And you can find all the details and what each one of those offers on the website. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to pan you down because I just find it so much easier if we can do an overhead view. So the first thing I did is you want to find a container. So this is the same one that I used for my previous. I actually bought two of them. Who knows how that worked out. So this is a metal container. I received it from Shinoda. The bottom dimensions are 4 inches, like 3.75 inches in diameter, and then it does get wider at the top, and the top diameter is 5 inches. And then what I have done, because it requires 24 hours to set up, is I have filled the top full of gaps and cracks. And so that just creates a nice styrofoam base. You won't be able to pull it out. And then you also want to make sure that you're super careful that when you're using gaps and cracks, that your container is pretty good. It's pretty solid. If you try to do it on something that has holes in it, obviously that gaps and cracks is going to pour out on those holes. And also if you're doing it in a wooden container, it could buckle and split your wood. So just be super careful on that. And it's really super simple. You're going to want to fill it about a little bit more than half because this is expanding spray foam. So it will expand and continue to grow. And then it gets really super hard, just like hard foam in the container. And then what I've done is I've kind of left maybe about a 1/4 inch on the top. I don't know if you guys can see that. It kind of looked like this when it was finished. Because I always want to make sure that, hey, we have a little bit more than we need to. So this is Gaps and Cracks. A lot of people use it for the Halloween decor, but it's really great. It comes in a container that looks like this. And I get these at Walmart because Walmart has the best price on them. So it's literally Gaps and Cracks, and you'll find that in the paint section. So that's where those will be. And then what I've done is with a knife, I've just cut my foam. It's super easy to cut it. You just cut it to the point that you want it flat. And then we're going to go ahead and start. So hi Cheryl from Canada. Welcome. Hi Arvina. Hi Peggy. And hi Cheryl. Different Cheryl. Okay, so we're going to get started. And the first thing we want to do, and I should have turned my glue gun on for this because I was thinking, oh, I don't need my glue gun. We need to green up the bottom. So give me just a couple seconds and we'll get this heated up because it's just easier to squirt glue on top. What I will do is go over all the materials that we're going to be using while the glue gun heats up. So we are going to be using these orange mums. These came from Michael's. You will need 5 of them to do this arrangement. You will also need, and these are also from Michael's, these are orange ranunculus. So they're kind of a little darker. Some are a little darker orange, and some are the dark orange fading to almost a light golden yellow. These are from Michael's. And you get quite a few picks on here. I think I had, there's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You get 8 floral picks on this. Hi Kathy, welcome. And then in addition to that, you're going to want to go over to the Dollar Tree and you're going to want to pick up these mini mums, and they come in a wide variety of colors. They kind of have that yellow golden color. This is similar to the ranunculus. It's a little lighter in the center, darker to the outside. So they have them in like white, green, yellow, orange, this color orange, then you have like the ombre color, and then also burgundy, and that will just depend on what colors you're going to put your arrangement in, but these make a really cute filler. Then we are going to be using, from the Dollar Tree as well, we're going to be using these little pumpkins, and they come in a bag like so, and we're going to use 3 of them. They also come with little pine cones and squash. So I'm going to pull those out. And we'll put these to the side since we won't be using them. And then, see, like the Dollar Tree for a win again. Here's floral moss. So we're going to be using this. That's what I needed my glue gun set for, so we could get that heated up and cover this. Now you also have another option. You could spray paint this a green color. You're just going to really have to be careful about the sides of your container that you don't get that spray paint on that, but that'll help create some depth where you, when you're looking through your florals, you don't see this white foam peeking through, and that's why we're going to cover that in floral moss. We're also going to use, and I honestly don't know where I got these from. I want to say Greenery Market, but these are fall florals, like the greenery part. So if you notice, they are kind of orange, a little bit of red, and then that avocado green. You can see that this piece here starts green and then fades all the way to a dark ombre. And this is going to be the greenery that we're going to use on our base to give us some dimension, and then we'll add our florals. Also, because I throw nothing away, sometimes I just have random collections of berries, so we're going to utilize the berries into our design. And then we're going to add a small bow using this 1.5" fall plaid that I picked up from Hobby Lobby. So in all honesty, aside from this bucket container, which I got from Shinoda, that was a wholesaler in California that I grabbed these from before we moved away. So this is my last one, but you can get these at like Michael's. I think the Dollar Tree is starting to carry these as well. So picking these all up, it's basically a local buy. So a lot of times when you're watching the tutorials, you're like, wow, that's great and everything that you have all these resources for your products. But this one is pretty much, except like I said, for the container, easy to find materials at Hobby Lobby, Joann's, Michael's, and the Dollar Tree. So I'm going to show you how we're going to turn it from into gorgeous. So while I'm waiting on that, I can go ahead and prep my little pumpkins, and they need a stem. And so I'm looking, I know we need 5 of the orange mums, so I'm going to break down the 5, and I'm going to go as low as possible. So there's 1. I'll push these up. Here's 2. I'm always looking for the prettiest ones. That one's nice, but so is this one too. 3. That one's pretty. 4. This one has absolutely nothing on it, so I'm going to pop those greens off. And I'm going to utilize the stem on this. So we need 1 more. Let's go with this one. Okay, now quite apparently we don't need our stems to be this long, so I am going to cut those down. I'm going to use the one that I already have. I'm going to split this in half. And then what we're going to do is these will stab right into the bottom of our foam pumpkins, but they're a little harder to stick in our arrangement when they're flat. So I'm just using a little bit of glue on my glue skillet, and then I'm just going to push this right in to my pumpkin, and then you've made yourself a pumpkin pick just from using the Dollar Tree florals. So I just use a little dab of glue so that those do not pull out. Okay, there's that one. And then I'm going to borrow from this. And then we're going to add one to this side. And you could just use regular, hot glue from a glue gun to make your picks, but now you have something that can actually poke into your foam. And even if you don't have gaps and cracks handy and you have a dry foam block, you can cut that and glue that into your container so that you have everything you need, that it's all handy. And I'm going to take these extra leaves and I'm just going to push them up and add them. This one already has 2. That has 2. I bet there's one that only had 1. Here it is. So we're going to add this one. So I always are trying to repurpose my florals. This one. There we go. So now we have a lot of that avocado green color. Okay. We're good on the glue. So I am just going to squirt some glue on the top. Just like so. So that we can stick our peat moss on there, or our floral moss. So I'm just going to pull these off. So this is the messy part. You want to make sure that you're covering it with peat moss so that when you're tamping that down, you're not burning your fingers. I'm just trying to stretch out what I have. And then we just have a little bit right over here. Cover that into our base. And then just remove anything that hangs off to the side. Okay, let me grab this dustpan and get rid of all this peat moss. It's pretty peculiar about, like, now it seems like the older I get, the more I hate mess. So I'm like, I just want to get rid of it. So we're not sticking stuff inside. Okay, so we're all ready to go. There we go. And so we're going to cut down some of this fall greenery. Just like so. We'll take that one because I like the texture on that. Definitely like the texture on these ones more. So, and then I'm kind of looking, let me just play with these and see what we have. Obviously, we're not going to need all of it. I want some things that'll cascade over the side a bit. Let's pop these outside ones out. Like this one. Oop, a little too far. That doesn't want to come off its pick. I'm going to take this one off too. I knew I should have brought my steel pick machine over here. I'm going to go ahead and make some little picks here. Same thing. So now I have nice little picks. I'm just going to put a dab of glue on these and just kind of cascade those around. I want them to go down. Couple more. And I'm going to pay special attention to the front, right where I have my Farm Fresh pumpkins pictured. I think I'll just break this whole pick down. Because then it just frees me up for other things. And these little sharp picks are perfect to add into our design. Here's another one of these. Trying to push them and the picks all the way inside. Again, just take them and fold them down so they kind of hang at the bottom. These will save for the top. We don't need that long of a pick, but see, like these, you want to hang on to so you can find ways of utilizing those. And I'm going to take a couple of the longer ones and we're going to hang these. Actually put these 3 different places. There's one. There's 2. There's one more on here. There you go. Let's pull the ones off. This, that, this, and that. There we go. place this one over here for our greenery. And then I'm going to go ahead and finish greening up the bottom. So I'm just going to go around the rest of the way. Just the ones on the outside edge. And I might grab some boxwood too. Just so we have these. Remove my florals so they stay unglued by anything we're adding. A few more of these self-made picks. There's that one. Last of the self-made. And I'm going to grab a couple pieces of boxwood. Need something that flexes a little bit more, and so this boxwood from Hobby Lobby will work out perfectly. So I'm going to start a little high. So that these will cascade a little bit more down, so that I can really get these to bend further. And here's where that popped off. There we go. This one is all set. So I'm going to hold and pull it down. Make sure we are removing our glue threads. I'm going to grab another one. So I'm going to pre-bend this one. Place this one right inside. And we'll grab another one. Again, pre-bending it. It just makes it easier to stick in the arrangement. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Let's use this last piece. Make sure the ends stay on. Okay, and then we're coming right over here. Okay, so we've got that, and now we're going to add in our 5 stems of the larger florals. So I kind of want to keep them a little lower, so I'm going to take because I'm looking at the height that I created. So I want to make sure we're at the same height. So there's my first one. And then I'm going to put them in 4 different positions going around the sides. Like that's our center. Just picture 1 in 4 corners. So there's 1, always pushing up your greens. We're going to place this one in here. Save our pumpkins for the end. And then all the glue is super easy. So it's sitting in a glue pot that looks like this. So this is just off camera because I can't put it on top of my heated board because it'll warp the board. So we're going to come over here and add this one in here. And you can vary the heights. One more. Right in here. So that we have our 4, we have 1 in the center and 1 in technically each of the 4 corners if your container had corners. And now we're going to come in and we're going to add our ranunculus. So I don't want this color greenery though. So this is a little too bright for fall. So we're going to pull those down. And we want 3 of these. So that's going to go in here, in here. Well, we might end up putting 4 in. So let's see. So right in our center, just like that. This one's pretty. I just want to make sure I don't use the leaves though, because they're just a tad too bright. This one right in here. And as you can see, I'm giving my flowers some gap. I don't want to smother them. I'm going to use a small little one off to the side. Like down in here. So it's kind of like a low bud and a high bud. Look at the other pack. Ooh, these ones are pretty. Okay. And I'm just constantly removing the glue, because as I drag it and it goes up and over. And if you ever get glue on your florals, wait until it dries and then cut them off. This one. So I'm going to place this one right in the center on this side. That kind of angled down. So this is kind of what we have so far. And as you can tell, that peat moss on the inside is really doing its job of camouflaging what we have. So now we're going to come in with our Dollar Tree mums. These are mini mums. And we're just going to pop these colors in and around the bottom. So I've added one down here on the bottom. I think you get 1, 2, 3, 6 individual picks on these. I always push my greenery up. And I'm going to kind of come in here just to add that. Pushing up your picks. I'm going to add this one right over here because I like the little curlicues it has. But I'm going to turn my floral around because I want this higher one. There we go. To kind of lean in to the center more, or out through this. There we go. I'm gonna do the same with the yellow ones. Wherever we need just like a pop of yellow. Go ahead and add those in around the bottom, up in the tops. And I love these. I actually will buy these from Dollar Tree in cases. So you get literally a little bit of everything. So I don't want to go any higher with that. You know, I want my center mum to be my showcase piece. And we'll add one of these. And these are on wires, so you can move them where you'd like them to be. So it's nice when you can have them cascading down. And I'm really trying to push those in so we can have some that kind of like hang off the bottom. Gotta get rid of the stickers though. Can't have those on there. Now I'm just working around the lower lip of my floral arrangement so that I'm filling down along the bottom and bringing some of that floral down. Because these are actually sitting up on a bookshelf. And the bookshelf's probably about 6 feet high. So we don't necessarily see everything from the top. So there's some of those. One lone one. Let's give it a home. Let's pull you up. And let's tuck you in right here. So we have a little bit there. Again, just going around, pulling out any and all glue threads. So there's still a lot. It's not what we would call a compact floral arrangement, because if that was the case, everything would need to go really tight in there. So now I'm coming in with some pumpkins on the picks like that. So we've added some orange pumpkins. I don't think we need one on top. I'm just going to focus those around our bottom. Just like that. And I have one more. And that's going to go. I have one here, and so I'm going on the opposite side. Just like that. And I want to add just a touch more of the tall greenery. So I'm going to take all these and push them up. And like right in here, I want to add a little bit of greenery. So we can kind of have some little bits of height. Again, push up all your picks so we're working with, you know, what's at the top and not what's at the bottom, just like these. And you can just weave those down through your arrangements the way you'd like. Here's my last one. Push everything up. Okay. I am looking for where do I want to place this. It's the only one I have left. I think we'll tuck it in right behind here. There we go. We've got some height, we've got some width, we've got some depth. And then the last thing we're going to add is just a couple berries and a bow, and then we'll be done. So again, these, I'm like listening to my, it's like making noise. So we're going to do the same with the berries, give them a pick. And just kind of tuck these in and around the bottom. Just like that. So we have like the little berries tucked in. It's still light and airy. Just wherever I want to see some berries. So there's quite a few of these. So I'm just going to add these to the bottom. Just because they're like leftovers from something. Oop, that one didn't go. Didn't grip it tight enough. Now it's not feeding. Something is stuck in here. And I don't want to unstuck that. Oh, there we go. Haha. Okay, it worked. Okay. I was like, wouldn't you know it? It's just stuck. So wherever I can see like a little dab of white, that's where I'm placing that. I have one more spot right here. So I'm just kind of like, if you notice, I'm picking it up and looking way underneath it. Because like I said, it's going to sit on a higher shelf than like eye level. So I don't want to be able to see any of that. Okay. This is how it's supposed to go. This thing can be quite peculiar. Figure that out later. Let's make a quick hand-tied bow. Again, pulling off all my glue threads and setting that to the side. We are going to small bow because I have one on the side. And this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? No, 6. Okay. So first of all, you got to determine how far do you want your bow tails to hang down. I'm thinking about right here, which is a good depth. So that is 5 inches. So we need to make sure that our bow dimensionally works. Like, you don't want to have loops that are, you know, 4.5 inches, because that's not going to function well. So we're going to do, here's our 5. We're going to twist, place that on the inside, and I just want 4-inch loops. So I place this on the 10 mark and pull those in till we're right at 4 inches. Do the same, making sure that's just a little long. Now I'm going to do 2 sets at 4 inches, and then we'll do 1 set at 3.5. So I can cheat by putting my fingers in both and pulling. But now we're changing the size to 3.5 inches. So now we need to check measurements. So bring it in. Again, check the size, a little long. And remember, we want a 5-inch tail. And we will dovetail that, which is just wired edges together. You're going to cut from the fold down to that wired point, just like so. And we need a pipe cleaner, so let's go with orange. I bet you guys are thinking, how in the heck is she going to get that bow in there to stay? Well, I forgot to put it in my U shape. And we're going to twist. Okay, and I'm going to twist this bottom a bit. And I'm going to cut the excess off. And then we're going to put it on the picks. So I take my little fuzzy end, going to lay that right on top. And then we have a nice little pick added on the end, and I'm just going to fluff it here in my hands. So I'm going to pull those to the side. We'll have one end down. Pull that up. And then right here. Just a super cute little bow, just like that. And then I'm going to look for a super cool place to place that. It's either there or here. Okay. I think it's going to go here. It's going to go on the opposite side. So I'm just pushing that all the way in. And then I'm going to fluff all my loops. Just so that right now, here's where the bow is. Move my tails around. Pull this one down a bit. And there is our bow on the side of our floral arrangements, which looks like this from the top. Let's see if I can get that in. So this is what it looks like, spinning it all the way around from the sides. Here's our bow. Here's our pumpkins. And then from the top, it's just absolutely gorgeous. So this gets to go right inside the house and just tuck it up on a bookshelf. And that's how simple it is to make your own floral arrangements. So do you guys have any questions at all? These are super fun to make. You could put these in your office, on your office cubicle spot. You could take this to a nurse's station and just give them something fun for the holidays so that they can, you know, they don't have to water, they don't have to maintain it at all. It's just something that could give them like a little glimpse of fall while they're inside, because, you know, being inside, I don't know, it's nice to have something pretty to look at, and this requires no maintenance whatsoever. Finished height on this is about 14 inches. The base, Paulette, is a product called Gaps and Cracks, and so it comes on a long tube like this, and so you take that tube with this little squirt handle and you just fill up your container with the foam. Don't go all the way to the top. And then it will look like this. After about 24 hours, it'll expand to fill up the sides of your container. And like this little bucket I just got at Hobby Lobby in their spring clearance sale. It's a red bucket, but heck, we can make that work for fall, or you can always buy whatever color bucket you want. Go get a can of spray paint and spray paint that any color you'd like, and then you have something that matches your home's decor. All right, everyone. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial, and I will see you next week for some new designs that I can't wait to bring to you. So I hope you guys have an amazing weekend, and I'll talk to you then. Bye for now.